Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the default permissions of a file and a directory. Okay, so what are the default permissions of file and directory when these files or directories are created by the administrator or root or normal users? Okay, so if you see here, we have a we have two types of user. What is administrator, normal users? So when a root creates a file or directory, there are certain permissions for directory, certain permissions for file. When normal user create a file or directory, there are certain permissions for directory, certain permissions for the file. We will see as I log in as a root and create the directory, we'll see whether these permissions are granted for the directory or not. 755. Okay. So I'm going to create the directory. We'll see what are the files we have in home directory. So we have a few directories and few files. Now I'm going to create one directory mkdir test dir 1. Okay, now if you see here test dir 1. The test dir 1 is directory that I have created recently. So if you see here, these are the permissions. Okay, read, write, execute for a root. For root is administrator and read and execute and read and execute. 755. Okay, so just now we have discussed 755 permissions for directory. Okay, 755 is 755. Okay, now I'm going to create the file. Okay, touch touch file 1. I'm now going to create the touch file with the command touch file. Okay, we'll see what are the permissions for the file. See 644, these are the default permissions. Okay, so this is read and write is 6 and read is only 4, r is only 4. Read for groups and read for others, read and write for account owner of the file. So these are the permissions that are granted default by default. These are the permissions: read, write, execute permissions. What are the permissions when file is created? What are the permissions when directory is created are decided by one of the file, that is umask. So from the umask, this all permissions are granted for the file and directory. We can change those permissions as well in umask. We'll see in the next class. Thank you.